All right, this is John Kohler with OKRod.com. Hey, how you guys like my new ride? Check it out, man. Just got a new, well, used car. It's a 2002 Hyundai Sonata. Has a few issues, but I got it for a really good price. Needed some wheels because my other car wasn't working properly. But anyways, the reason for this episode is about cars. Well, actually, it's something having to do with cars, especially when you buy one used. So actually, without further ado, let's go ahead and give you guys a close-up of my situation and why it pertains to my YouTube channel. All right, so as you guys can see, sitting in my brand new ride here. So this car has some definitely challenges. It doesn't idle properly, and it's probably needs a tune-up or some other kind of parts in the engine. And I'll deal with that, but I'm glad it runs, so it gets me from A to B, so I can do all the things I need to do in life. But one of the challenges that I have with this car, I mean, it was fairly inexpensive, is that it was a smoker's car. So it's evident, not only by the residues left in the ashtray, it's also evident by, when you're sitting in the car, man, it just smells of smoke, and things like smoke, I mean, they are known carcinogens. So, luckily it's not active smoke, but it's set in, ground in smoke, and I don't like smelling it. So what many people may do are something like this. Oh, your car smells, or your house smells because somebody passed gas, they had a bad bowel movement that stinks, right? You get an air freshener like this car air freshener here, right? And that's supposed to solve the issue. Well, let me tell you guys, there's a few ways to deal with odors, whether that's smoke in your car, whether that's a house that you're buying and it smells like smoke, or a place you're renting smells like smoke, or whether that's somebody had some bad gas or some bad body odor, or the dog pooped in the house. I mean, whatever. There's a few ways to deal with it. So in this episode, I'm going to go ahead and explore some of the ways to deal with odors, and some of the better ways, some of the worst ways, and the way that you could actually naturally deodorize your car and get rid of the complete smoke smells or any other smells that may be in there with proven technology that's going to be safe, effective, work well, and actually not be a harm to your own personal health. So let's go ahead and go on this journey where I share with you guys my top ways to clean, deodorize, and get the scents out of your life, your car, your home, for the highest level of health. All right, John, wait a second, man. I thought you were talking about like deodorizing and cleaning your car so it doesn't stink, man. What's up? Why are you in your garden now, man? Well, it's for a very important reason. I want to let you guys know there are, just like a handful of ways to deal with the smells in your car, right? And some are more common and some are more uncommon. So I'm going to try to explain to you all the different options out there so that you guys can determine the best one to use for you. So the first one actually has to do with gardening and my garden, because I actually have these two products that most people may not actually have or may not have ever even heard of, that I use actually to enrich my soil, because basically the health of the plants is the health of the soil. I want you guys to be eating really good, delicious plants and really building your soil, because growing food is about actually building and growing the soil. That's a whole nother topic that I won't get into. But two of the products that I use to build my soil can also be used to deodorize your car. These are two natural organic products. Number one is this guy right here. This is simply known as the zeolites, and this is from Foods for Longevity. This is actually a food grade zeolite that actually can be eaten for us to help detox us. It also can be added to your garden to improve the health of your plants. And the way that you can deodorize your car with the zeolites, or other one right here, is actually called the Soil Reef Pure Biochar. So this is a really highly refined, like pure charcoal. Let me show you guys. I mean, this stuff is black. It's going to stain my hands black there. And this technology has been used in certain countries for thousands of years to basically deodorize things. And how it works is by adsorbents. So no, I didn't say absorbents, I said adsorbents. So what this means is that these particles are very hungry, right? And they will attract things, and things will stick to it. And then you can, take these out of your area. So for example, they make these bags that they fill up with something like the biochar or fine charcoal. in like jute bag, and you could buy these for your home, and basically the carbon sitting there will attract and absorb different, you know, toxins in your house. That's another reason actually why that we can actually eat, you know, a food grade charcoal or a food grade zeolite, that when it goes through us, it'll attract things to it, and then when it works its way through us, it pulls out those toxins in us or in our house or in your car or whatever. So these are the two best, you know, natural things to use. That being said, if I put bags of zeolite mixed in with the biochar in like, you know, maybe it's some kind of tea sachets or some kind of sewn, you know, fabric, maybe like a pantyhose or pillowcase, it has to be really fine because you don't want some of these particles to flake out, right? And then it gets messy. That would probably work, but it would take a long time to work. I'd have to just let it sit there, and slowly but surely it would reduce the contamination or toxins in my car. But for all practical purposes, it's not gonna work for me in this situation. So let's move on and share with you guys some more ways to get your car deodorized naturally. So the next way you might want to try to get your car fresher is what I'm using actually in my home, and that's right here. If you guys could see that, this is basically just like an air purifier. And how this works is this works with a medium that the air is pumped through like a little filter. Many filtration medias may contain things like the carbon that's going to be an adsorbent. Otherwise, the air is just being cleaned. So while this may make your air in the car fresher and help a little bit with the smell, it's not going to make a noticeable improvement in any significant way. In addition, you know, the car that I purchased does have a what's called a cabin air filter. So I want to encourage you guys, if your car does have a cabin air filter, to change that like every 15 to 30,000 miles, because that's going to keep the air quality in your car better, although it may not help too much with the smells, you know. So yet, you know, I just want to give you guys a whole bunch of different options on how to, you know, clean your car naturally, because this is an important topic to me, and just your environment naturally. This is something that I've focused on now for the last 20 years, and I just want to make this information and share my knowledge with you guys. Wait a second, John, what are you doing in your laundry room, man? I thought we were talking about cleaning cars. Well, next we're going to talk about something related to laundry. And, you know, another way to deodorize your car is by simply masking the scents or the odors in your car with like an air freshener, with a can of Lysol, right? This just basically overpowers the smell in there with another smell, so that you have more of a mix of toxins in your car, and it doesn't make the original smell go away. So like if you're trying to sell your car and you just spray some air freshener, it might smell good for a little while, but when that air freshener stuff wears off, you're gonna smell the original smell, and you're not gonna solve anything. And the bad news is about most air fresheners being sold is they are derived from chemicals, you know, from things like phytates and benzene and oxytone and I mean, all these crazy words. And, you know, there are studies out there that show, you know, if you're constantly having a headache, like 20% of people that were exposed to like chemical fragrances get headaches. And if you always have headaches, you know, you don't need the aspirin to solve your headache. You need to remove things like toxic air fresheners, whether that's a little car air freshener, whether that's that stuff in the bathroom you spray, whether that's actually toxic, you know, fragrances in your laundry detergent or your little, you know, dryer sheets, because those all have toxic fragrances, right? You don't want to include those in your life, and you definitely do not want to use those in your car. So, you know, here, actually, this is a natural scented laundry detergent. It's Ecos. I get it at the Warehouse Club store, and it's scented with natural fragrance, which is also a masker. So yeah, we don't want to be masking the scents, but if you do, let me go ahead and show you some scents that actually can be helpful to mask and can be helpful to actually break down some of the smells that may be offending, although I may not use this way to you know, get the smells out of my car. All right, so wait, John, what are you doing in your bathroom? Well, yeah, I've made a few videos in my bathroom before, but yeah, it's not like that. But the reason why I wear my bathroom is because we're gonna go into my medicine cabinet here, and got a lot of natural products here. But what I want to point out to you guys is, the way that I like to, naturally make things smell good without using toxic chemicals that can negatively impact your health. One of the common things that you guys out there and many you girls out there might still be using is things like perfumes and colognes. Most perfumes and colognes are very bad offenders and may have things like formaldehyde and other things that may negatively impact your health, although people believe they smell good. To me, they smell horrible and I don't like smelling them. Sometimes actually I can't breathe properly when smelling strong fragrances, synthetic fragrances. It's said that an asthmatic, which I was diagnosed as an asthmatic or having asthma many years ago, when smelling certain fragrances, their capacity for, uptaking oxygen can go down 50%. So now you can't breathe as well because of these toxic fragrances. So the natural alternative, of course, is something like essential oils. So they have a wide range of essential oils. You could go out to your local health food store and they, in the natural products section, they have essential oils with testers. So you could, open it up and you could smell like 50 different kinds and see which one smells good to you and get that one and just dab a few drops on your body so that you'll smell good. You could also pour this, and dab it in your car. You could also soak this into like a napkin and then, leave the napkin or the paper towel in your car. It'll diffuse the scent. You could put a couple drops around your car and it'll smell good. But in addition, some essential oils have antibacterial properties, and actually this one, which is known as the East Cape Manuka oil, another one popular is tea tree oil. They're very basically antibacterial and whatnot. Plus, in addition, they smell quite good. So this is one option I could use, just like the zeolite and the biochar, to deodorize my car. But I'm not going to use any of these two ways because I'm going to do something more effective. So let me go ahead and now share that method with you guys. So now I'm back in the smelly, stinky car, and we're going to share with you guys the way that I will be basically taking out all these nasty smells. And of course I will be vacuuming and doing all this stuff in the car too to help get all the particles out. But basically, to get the majority of the smell out, I'm going to be using this appliance right here. And you're like, okay, John, that's another air cleaner, right? That you showed inside. Well, no, this is not an air cleaner, actually. This is what's known as an ozone generator. And how this works, this does not do any kind of filtering. Basically, there's just a fan in here, there's some electrical plates in here, and this produces ozone, which is highly volatile. And what the ozone does, it basically is a really powerful oxidizer. So it is used for cleaning, like, they sanitize water with the ozone and do all kinds of crazy stuff with the ozone. But it's basically an oxidizer. So like when you cut open an apple, it starts to turn brown. That's oxidizing. And it's basically the molecules are changing. So what this is going to do, this is basically going to break down the particles that create the smells in your car. So you have funny smells that are from smoke or from dog poo or skunk. This will break it down. Now, if you are looking for an ozone generator, it's very important to get a nice powerful one. There are many cheap, inexpensive ones that don't work. This is a commercial quality one. It's known as the, let's see here, what brand is it? It's an OP3500, and it's known as the Ozone Power 3500. And it says, caution, use in unoccupied space only. So while you can use a standard air purifier in your living space, I do not recommend using an ozone generator. It actually reduces the amount of oxygen, that we need to breathe, and it creates actually O3, and it's highly volatile. This could definitely not be good. In the olden days, they had the Ionic Breeze by Sharper Image. It was an air purifier that created some amount of ozone. And I remember when using that in my bedroom, because they said, oh, it's an air cleaner, it's supposed to be good. I'd actually get really bad dreams, and I believe this is because I wasn't getting as much oxygen as I need because the ozone generator was basically burning it out. So if you are using an ozone generator, the best way and most effective way to use it is to put it in your building, whether that's your apartment or condo or house that may smell like smoke that you just bought, or your car, and seal it up tightly. So, you know, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and take the plug. I got an extension cord run out here. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this guy in. It comes on, and as you guys could hear it, kind of making a noise, and if you smell it, it smells kind of, I mean, it smells kind of clean, but you do not want to breathe this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on to run continuously. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and set it inside the car here. And we're gonna go ahead and let it sit in here for probably like 8 to 24 hours. I'll probably come back after 8, see how it smells. And then I'm gonna come after 24, and then by then the smell should be completely gone. Now, after you close off the area, it's gonna be filled with ozone. You're gonna wanna open the doors up, let it air out for a while, you know, before you start getting in and driving the car. You don't wanna be driving in a car that's, you know, has high ozone in it. Wow, man, I'm getting blasted with the ozone. I gotta actually get out of here because that's not too healthy to breathe either. So yeah, I hope you guys learned and enjoyed this episode, learning some natural ways, most effective ways to deodorize, clean, get the nasty smells out of your car, your home, whatever it is. These are the techniques that I use, and depending on the situation is the technique. So, you know, really none of the other methods are gonna work as effective as the ozone for this particular, you know, situation. Once I get this all clean, I'll probably spritz around some essential oils so that the car smells good. And of course, I'll keep up with eating my healthy diet so that I can be as healthy as I can and get all those chemicals and synthetic toxins out of all the different products in my home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, learning how I'm gonna basically get the smells, the smoky smells out of my car, and how you could use this same technique to get the smoky smells out of your, you know, your home, your apartment, your condo, or other spaces using the ozone. You also have other tools in your arsenal now to basically use natural methods to clean up your space so they have a nicer living environment without all the toxins. Now, I want to also encourage you guys, you know, always out there to get the fragrances out of your life. All the chemical fragrances, whether they're in perfumes, colognes, whether they're in the spray air fresheners, these stupid air fresheners here, whether it's in, you know, your laundry detergent, your dishwashing detergent, your automatic dishwasher detergent. You know, we want to get the chemical fragrances out of our life. Some places, you know, you may have to go to a health food store to get natural products, but many places are now at least minimally offering fragrance-free, and I always encourage you guys to go fragrance-free whenever you can. Now, in addition, I want you guys, besides getting the fragrances and the toxins out of your life that way, I want you also to get them out of what you're eating. There are many different synthetic chemicals now appearing in processed foods, so I want you guys to eat whole and natural foods, and that's what this YouTube channel is all about. It's about eating a natural diet that I've been eating now for the last 20 years successfully, and I know you guys could do it too. So be sure to subscribe to my videos for other videos like this and on eating healthy and how to live a more natural, organic life. And be sure to check out my past videos too on the diet that I recommend for the highest level of health. It's basically just eating foods of the earth, foods of the planet, and the best ones are, of course, the fresh fruits and vegetables. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best. All right, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. And this episode is going to be a short one of that. The question is, I got a nice horse here. Where does the horse get its protein? I mean, this thing towers over me. It's super huge. If we look in its mouth, then I'm not going to open up. Hope you guys enjoyed this vegetable.